Hello and welcome to Baby Got Books, the podcast where we like big books and we cannot lie. I am Jasmine.
I'm Crystal.
I'm Eni.
And today we are joined by a very special guest. Hello, Annabelle.
Hello.
Baby Got Books.
Annabelle Slator is a funny, sassy and wonderfully stylish author that grew up in the English countryside but spent her 20s working in marketing in tech startups in London. This has certainly had an impact on her writing, with her debut novel, The Launch Date, chronicling a rivals to lovers workplace romance set at the HQ of a dating app. And her brand new novel, Risky Business, explores a loose adaptation of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night set around a large tech competition. Annabelle, thank you for being here today.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me.
It's so exciting. I'd love you to introduce yourself to our audience with a question that tells us a little bit more about you as a person before we get into your book. So, What is your go-to comfort watch or read?
At the moment, She's the Man. I know I don't want to get too promo-y, but if you're watching this, you might see a reference in my outfit. I did watch it last night. I thought, oh, god damn, that film is so good.
It's so good.
Undefeated.
It's a great film, honestly.
Such a classic. I absolutely love that. Okay, so can you summarize your journey for us from like drafting your first book to finding an agent, getting published? What was that all like?
Okay, how long have we got?
As long as you need.
Take your time. Okay, so as you said, started a career out in London working for lots of different brands, some dating apps and some other random, I won't go into it because I've signed many a NDA, many a brand. And so I was basically just running around London doing marketing and social media and blogs when blogs were a thing that businesses invested in. And I was sort of working for the dating app, packaging love as a product.
Wow.
And which is essentially was my role, because I was onboarding new users around the UK when the dating app like basically launched in the UK from the US. And kind of had this like sliver of an idea in the back of my head of like, what if I hated love? What if I'd been brutally dumped at the time, and I was traveling around the UK and London hosting events trying to convince people to take a chance on digital dating and this new form of finding love. And this is, many years before dating app fatigue kicked in. But I think I felt it earlier than a lot of other people because I was on it like 24/7. And so from there, I then worked for a load of other different brands. And then in 2020, and Panny too, I got furloughed from a ethical, sustainable clothing brand. And again, where I was like writing wellness blogs, being like, how to stay calm during the pandemic. Really, really good for my mental health. And so got furloughed eventually from there, and kind of had this moment where I was like, wow, okay, I've done over a decade of just like pure panic mode working. Yeah. Like, paying paycheck to paycheck, just trying to make rent, couldn't make rent a few of those months. And just really jumping from thing to thing. Whoever will employ me, whoever, I just need to keep going. And then, just had this moment of like, let's just slow down and figure out, forced to slow down. I don't think I actually would have, I was like, oh my God. But and I had this opportunity to think, right, what do I actually want to do with my life? And I went, oh wait, remember that time I went to university for creative writing and I wanted to be an author like my entire life, apart from the past decade where I've just been in like pure panic and survival mode and trying to like prove myself. And I just the words just like started flowing at that point, and I kind of poured a lot of my own experiences and own sort of like trauma, the ups and downs, to say it nicely, into a manuscript, which ended up being The Launch Date, which was my debut novel. And I gave myself a year to write it and edit it, and then I actually never thought I was going to traditionally publish it. I kind of thought, I wanted to like write a book because it was on the bucket list. And I went to uni for this. I feel like I should write. Well, I wrote one book in university for my dissertation. I hated it so much. I actually killed off all my characters by the end. I never want to see you guys again. And so it felt like that didn't count. But yeah, after writing the launch date, I was like, you know what? I think this is good. And I think this is an interesting take on dating fatigue that hadn't quite hit the zeitgeist yet.
Yeah.
And the dating app that I was working for was coming up to its 10-year anniversary. Aww. So it's like in the zeitgeist, like 10, essentially. This, I mean, I think a lot of people know what the app is. I'm just trying. I feel like it's out there.
Yeah.
It's bees. But that was very much like that app was like at the forefront, and the team that I joined, like I was one of the first 5 employees in the UK there. And so we were like really at the forefront. And so when it came to like a decade of online dating, I felt like, right, this seems like an opportune moment, and I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't try and traditionally publish this book. So I gave myself a year to query. And in 6 months later, I got an offer from our joint mommy, from our mommy, Celia Edwards. And the rest is history, basically.
So you've said... Actually, I don't know if you said. It was in your email when you were blubbing. So inspo for Risky Business came from an article that you'd read. Yes. Do you want to... I'd love you to expand on that more and share what the research and writing process was like for this.
Okay, so the very, very starts of Risky Business, I actually didn't have the idea for Risky Business until Sile, our agent, got in touch with me, and because she was saying, oh, what have you got any other ideas for if we go for a 2-book deal? And I went, I do. None of them are written. And so I pitched an idea for a sequel for the launch date with like a side character. And then Celia immediately on the phone, she was like, nah. She's And so I literally had 2 lines in a notes app. And it was like 12th Night in the tech world. Ooh. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pitch that. And so she literally just like paused and went, that's your next book. And so I was like, okay, I guess I got to figure out what that's about then. But I did have a rough idea that I had inspiration from these 2 women who in the, I want to say in like 2016, 2017, when I was working like at a tech startup, and they were like in a similar field, they made like headlines worldwide because they created a fake man who was I think he worked, or he's like the co-founder of their company. And so they were the actual co-founders, but they found that like they would have developers helping them do their website who would like ghost them halfway through because one of them got asked out on a date by the developer. He said no, and then he just like bounced and was like left them with half a functioning website a few days before their launch and things like that. And then just male investors like not taking them seriously, calling them sweetheart on email, and a lot of the things that I either experienced firsthand or saw my bosses, because I worked exclusively for female founders and female-run companies. And so it was something that I felt very passionate about. And that story, honestly, had stuck with me for 10 years. And I never, ever forgot, like, Keith Mann with 2 N's, the imaginary CEO. Yeah. And then I saw a few more stories about, like, I think it was Hugh Grant randomly that said he has a fake assistant that's actually him. And so I loved it. And he does it to like reject people or ask for more money for stuff. And so it was kind of like the combination of a few different things that were clearly in the subconscious of my mind. And then a few things like around the time that made me go, a lot of people are just faking it. Yeah. And they're not just faking it from a personal perspective. They're faking it really hard.
Industrial faking.
They are creating full humans to do their bidding so they don't have to deal with people in the industry or, men specifically. Real. And I just felt like it was something really, really relatable. So that compared with my experiences, just like seeing a lot of sexism in the tech world was kind of how it all started really. And the 12th Night inspiration came in from honestly, She's the Man was kind of my first thought on it. And then thinking, oh, actually, it probably should be the 12th Night, should be the actual inspiration.
original.
Maybe let's go back to the OG and let's give him his flowers. And so yeah, just doing a bit of like, I reread the 12th Night, which I'd last read in like year 8 at school, and probably hated it at the time, and was like, wow, this guy's kind of good. And so I just pulled like that inspiration, because I feel like the 12th Night has that. It has like an exploration of those gender roles and things, but then turning it into more of a comedy. So yeah, it's kind of like it all sort of. I could be dramatic and say it's a decade in the making, this book. But it kind of is.
Yeah.
On that 12th Night topic, just because the launch date was kind of this idea that you like birthed and didn't really have like a source material, and then you've done like a Shakespearean retelling for your second book. How did the writing process differ for the two?
That is a really good question, actually. I think with book 2, firstly, I had a lot less time to write book 2. And actually, so you know the deal. So I was on my own time frame for the launch date, and I honestly, my biggest concern for the launch date was not implicating myself. Not getting sued was actually a really huge part.
Navigating NDAs,
like a huge part. Like, how much can I say? Has the time lapsed? And everything like that. Whereas with Risky Business, the main thought in my head was how much of the source material do we reference? I had like a full thing in my office, like a big sheet of loads of pull quotes from the 12th Night, and in my head I was like, let's try and shoehorn as many quotes in as possible. And then I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I'm not a scholar. Like, why? I'm not doing an essay about this. And also the characters are like different in the way that like Olivia is Oliver, and there isn't. It's not Viola turning into Sebastian. It's Jess turning into Violet, whose twin brother is called Spencer. And so, like there's Duke Orsino is the big CEO investor guy, and so all the gender dynamics were all over the place anyway to make this work. And I wanted like the main character to be a woman, but then I also wanted like a fun gay subplot as well, snuck that in. And yeah, I think that's something that I really had to contend with during the writing of like, and it got to a point where I was like, let's just do my own thing. Because I also didn't want it to be like the pinnacle of the marketing as well, because I think that just invites so many people to be like, that's not actually in the 12th Night.
That's touching on it taking like having a lot less time to write it. There's a lot of talk in the author world about like second book syndrome, like especially with 2 book deals, and like the second book being like the hardest of the books you write in your career to write. Was this something you encountered?
A little bit, yeah. I think this book, it was hard for different ways, because I feel like I got a bit like serious with this book. And so I'm sure as someone who's read it, like the themes are a bit darker, for sure. And I wanted it to be a little bit more ambitious, because I felt like I had a bit more freedom. But I think for me, the 2 book, I keep calling it second album syndrome, but like second book syndrome, it for me was a double-edged sword, because I also had the freedom of like, I don't have to personally sell this to an agent or a publisher. And so I weirdly felt a bit of like safety in that. And so that made me get a bit like weirder with the dynamics, whereas the launch date is a very like cut and dry. And I love it for that. It's a very, very cut and dry, clean rom-com. I've been told many times it's a very easy read. Whereas with the Risky Business, I've had a lot of feedback from people saying like, this was so anxiety inducing. Like, this is crunchy. This was a stressful read. I don't know whether I've just had like the complete opposite, whereas I think for my third book, I've gone back into I don't know who's going to buy this, if this is going anywhere, is Risky Business my last hurrah? Hopefully not. I doubt it. But so I'm sort of like, I feel like I'm going up, I'm going to be going up and down the whole time.
Yeah, that's really fair.
Have you found that with book 2?
Book 2 was an interesting one. I feel like I had so much going on elsewhere with book 1 chaos that I actually I was so detached from book 2. I love it now, but when I was writing it, I was like, let's get this deal over with. Let's just get this book out. So I didn't actually have time to stress about second book syndrome.
Okay, that's really good.
Which was probably like a good thing. Yeah, I was just trying to get it done. We have got to talk about the whole NetGalley situation.
Go.
You ended up
situation. Right, let me straighten
you
my mic.
ended up one of the most requested books in the UK on NetGalley over Christmas. How did that feel? Because like it must be so wonderful to see the hype like after having your debut.
Yeah, big slay for me. Loved that for me personally.
Huge work.
Did my big one with that one. The NetGalley thing, that was very, very weird to see happen. That was very cool. And I think I will give myself full credit.
That's so fair. Yeah.
As you should.
I really went for it with the
you
promo.
championed,
I was like, honestly, I feel like that is, but the readers being so keen, that was so nice to see. And I also didn't really know like whether it was a big deal or not to like get it. I kind of just wanted to get it in the top 100 for like funsies, for bragging rights. And then I've had a lot of people be like, oh no, that's quite a big deal. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. And
was it like number 2? Or
no, it was in the top 100. No. We were. I think the launch date for the US was in the top 20.
Amazing.
And so, but I had
so cool.
nothing to do with that, so I cannot take credit. I'm pretty sure that was my really good publicist. Shout out Jess, love you. And, but for the UK one, I think that was a really good. It was really nice to see the book community rally around that because it also went on NetGalley like quite last minute. Like obviously, you know the down and dirty details of that, which we probably shouldn't get into on a public platform. But but yeah, it was really nice to see everyone like gather around and rally around an author who needed some help in that moment.
That's so sweet.
It worked out great.
Community came together.
Yeah, highly recommend being vulnerable on Instagram.
Sometimes it does work out.
Is there anything that was cut from Risky Business that you wish had made it to the final edit?
Oh my God, yes.
Ooh.
Yes. No, I actually think it's better off for it. I do kind of wish, but there's I don't want to give like too many spoilers, but there was a spicy scene that was cut.
Oh no!
Between the main characters.
Yeah, between the two main characters, and
Publish it on your
it's
website
about,
immediately.
bonus chapter. Like about the halfway point, and and I actually think that was a really good point because I was just like, it's just. Okay, let's have some horny moments here. At the halfway point, let's give everyone a treat. We've had a lot of stress.
You made it this far, guys.
Like, little treat for you. And my editors were like, we need to pull it back seriously here because the journey that the two go on, they're like intimate quite early on in the book, and that's like a pivotal part. It kind of is a catalyst for a lot of the drama in the story. And then, my editor's like, we need to actually hold it back now. Like, we've given too much too quite early.
Because you've got quite an early spice. It's a fun time.
I think that's why it's spice level 3 on. I was like, surely not. But apparently, first 100 pages is
oh, really?
Yeah, we were so with the additional scene that got cut, we were borderline erotica at that point. And I was like,
I didn't realize there's like different spice levels.
Yeah, it might be. Well, I found out I'm level 3 from the front of my book, but
it's on the book. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's on the proof copies.
How's that?
That's so cute.
Yeah, so I thought that was very funny when that came through. But I was like, oh, great. Love that for me. And then the other thing that got cut, which again, I'm quite glad got cut because I think we were getting a bit into the weeds, was quite a intense confrontation between like one of the big antagonists in the book and the main character, and involves a lot of past trauma. And so
I can picture who this is about.
And it was just like because I wanted it to be like a 3-beat there's two big
Yes,
scenes.
and they
Yeah.
were both
with,
very stressful.
Yeah, and so
I'm in the middle of one of them now.
Yeah. Oh, you are. Okay, right. And so, yeah, there was something like a bit more intense that got cut, and we were like, we just really don't want to. She's got enough on her plate.
It's a lot
Like,
going
we
on.
really don't want to have to go see. We've got past trauma and
Yeah.
current trauma
Yeah.
and kind of future trauma as well, projected trauma.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that got cut as well. And so so more stuff got cut from this, but I think I also wrote more for this
Yeah.
and a lot of few like random scenes and things. So, but I'm happy where it came out. You know, I'm happy like the levels of trauma
got
that
a
we're
good
at.
balance.
It's like the sweet spot.
Do you know what your final word count was? Because I'm now intrigued because it doesn't seem like anyone stuck to that word count.
No, I definitely didn't. I think it was around 100,000 words.
Okay,
So
this made me feel a bit
why?
better.
What are you on?
I've just submitted at 101,000.
Okay. Yeah.
Cut down from like 108,000.
Okay. Yeah, that's not
But
bad.
like, yeah, I
reasonable.
know.
7K
But I
cut.
feel like my first book, it was very much like we need to like 90,000 is pushing it, which is true
Yeah.
for romance.
Yeah.
It's very true
Yeah.
for romance. But now I feel like every romance author I talk to is like, oh yeah, I submitted like 102,000. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it's fine.
That's fine.
I think that's a throw spaghetti at the wall situation.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it's like, I would rather give more
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
cut. Because also with the launch date, I did the opposite where I shaved off a load of stuff right before I got representation. And then when the book went to auction, I casually mentioned to Penguin that I had a few more like flashbacks and things between the two main characters. And they were like, hell yeah, we want those.
Bring it back.
Honestly,
Run it back.
they were on a memory stick somewhere in my house. Like, and I had to ransack the house. I was like, there is literally a book deal on the table here if I can find this goddamn
Stress.
memory stick. And so, yeah, that was like, honestly, that would be one of my biggest pieces of advice for debut authors. Like, kill your darlings,
keep
but
everything.
put them on a memory stick.
Yeah. Every time I cut something, it's in a different. I have like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
cut chunks document of every book I've ever written.
Yeah.
Where I just take
You
things
need-
out and I paste them.
Kill the
into
gut
something
darlings,
else.
but have a graveyard.
Yes.
Google Drive
Love.
graveyard that
Yeah,
you can
nice.
refer back to.
Do you have favorite lines or scenes from both the launch date and Risky Business?
Oh my god, that's such a good question. Actually, hang on. I really like. Okay, this only one reader has ever said this to me, and I was like, "Wow, you are my number one person." There's a line in the launch date where they're making jokes about like, "Oh, I only like you like buying me expensive sushi," or like that's the part of your brain I would keep if I was rebuilding you like Pygmalion. And then he's like, the tempura lobe. Like, that's the one joke I've ever written in my life.
That's your
Like,
funniest
I was
one.
like,
That's your funniest one.
And I was like, that is a joke. And
a
I
joke,
don't
yeah.
tend to do like jokes. And that's the one I was so proud of that. And only one reader has ever messaged
love
me being like, that was funny.
It's
And I was like,
hilarious.
you know what,
It is hilarious.
you are
You did
number
your big
one.
one.
You're
You
number
can see
one
it.
fan. I was like, that's a cracker joke. And, so that might be my favourite line just because it's funny. And I was like, oh my God, it could actually be funny in this romantic comedy,
Yeah,
potentially.
for sure.
Maybe there's hope for me yet. And then in Risky Business, I really like the scene where Jess is trying to convince her brother Spencer to be the fake CEO. And when he's like, they're in a crypt where he's doing a performance.
Yes.
And which actually is something that I have experienced in.
Really?
I've been
'Cause I was
forced.
watching-
I was like to say
What?
here. It was actually an ex-boyfriend. I was forced to be there. So we that bit was very much like taken right out of my mind, and I just really like the back and forth between the two siblings there, and like him trying to be like, oh yeah, it's like my big moment. How are we flying? And he's like, we're going BA, and she's like, no, EJ, and he's like, oh, slay. And so while pulling up EasyJet's flights,
Yeah.
and so there's I think a lot of those little lines that because I think that relationship is like pulled from my own relationship with my brother, and so which is just like built off of like Simpsons quotes and things like that. So I think they're my favorite in the book.
Nice.
That was a
That's a
really
good
long
one.
answer. Sorry.
No, that is fine. And then, okay, a little lighter, maybe, might be heavier, depends on your
Well.
answer.
Oh my god, I'm ready.
Is there anyone in particular that you feel that you have smugly spited with your success?
Oh my god, so many people.
Nice.
So many people that my entire career is built on spite, and I love holding grudges. Inherited that from my grandmother. Really, truly, nothing better than a grudge. You know how people are like, "Oh my god, hate only." Was it like, "Oh, you just poison yourself with hate"? No,
That's a fuel. That's a fuel.
Exactly.
Yes.
That spurs me on a daily basis. That's my whole life is powered by grudges and spite. So there's quite several people in both my books that I haven't gone full scorched earth yet, but there's always time.
Nice. Never too late.
Yeah, you got time.
And if you think Annabelle's talking to you, she is.
Yeah.
You listening?
It's about
It's you.
And then finally, before we get onto a game, is there anything specific other than socials, because we'll let you plug them at the end, that you want to plug before we move on?
Oh my god, I want to plug Jazz's new book.
So true.
I'm so excited for it.
Honestly.
Make sure you pre-order it. She's probably not going to promo it on this platform.
On this platform. No.
But I will,
sweet.
because
Thank
her
you.
first book was an absolute banger.
Honestly.
I'm so excited. I rudely haven't been sent it yet.
That's
This
so
is my
rude.
official pledge. It's my official pledge to read it early. I'm personally offended that I haven't
Going
been
to appear in
sent
the
it
next
yet.
book.
I better be receiving a PDF
Oh,
in
you
my
will be.
inbox.
Don't you worry.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Asian siblings gotta look out for each other.
yes, we do. Okay, time to play a game.
Okay, I'm ready.
That's a good one.
Okay, so with every author we have on this podcast,
Oh my god.
we are playing a fun little game called How Well Do You Know Your Main Character? And essentially, we are going to give you 90 seconds and a round of quick fire questions, and you've got to put yourself in Jess's head and answer as many as you can. And we're doing this with every author. There's going to be a leaderboard.
God, right, let me lock in.
I'm to win.
Right, I'm
has
stressed.
done this. She did get 16.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't think about it too hard. Don't think about it too
Yeah.
Would one of you like to set a time?
She can't even ice skate.
hard. Not the slander.
Yet, but
Oh
I mean,
my
she's trying.
She is trying. She is trying. She is trying.
Call
She
out
has- she's supposed to
post.
be Irish. She
Shots
can't even
fired.
ice skate.
Sorry, she's got the mic
She
on
can't
her
even
now
ice
to say what I
skate.
want. She doesn't even go here.
Okay, ready?
Are you ready?
Lock
Yeah.
in. Let's go.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. What's her go-to coffee order?
Oh my god, espresso, black coffee,
Nice. Would she prefer TV, books, podcasts, or film?
podcast, but she only says that and she secretly loves TV.
Love. What would her go-to takeaway be?
Vietnamese, bang me. Yes.
What would her special interest be in a pub quiz?
Oh, stocks and shares.
What would be her go-to excuse to get out of something?
Nervous breakdown.
Valid. Would she have thought the dress was blue and black or white and gold? back in
Blue
the
and
day?
black.
Okay, nice. Which element, earth, wind, air, fire, would she most be drawn to?
Fire.
Nice. Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Early riser or night owl?
Early riser.
Window seat or aisle seat?
Aisle seat for emergency exits.
Nice. Spotify playlists or albums all the way through?
Albums all the way through.
Shower in the morning or at night?
Well. Evening if it's with someone, morning if it isn't.
So valid. Would she actually answer a phone call if someone called her?
No.
Would she rather cook or order in?
Order in.
Breakfast person or skip it entirely?
Skip it entirely.
Go-to drunk snack?
Oh, I would say anything in a hotel minibar.
Ooh.
Would she share food or absolutely not?
She would share with the right person.
Nice. Fancy restaurant? Oh, or her hole in the wall?
Oh,
Hold the wall.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
no, Eni, you throwing up the stairs.
Scary work.
I will count.
You made it though. That
Oh
was
my
a
God.
success story.
He said, I want to apply pressure.
Oh my god, that was just like 1 out of 10 of the stress she experiences in the book. And I don't never want to do that again.
That was a success story.
After 90 seconds, you have. Can we remember which one is the drum roll?
There's not.
There
I'll
was
do it. I'll do it.
18.
Let's go. Huge.
Reigning champ.
You have now become the one to
Hell
be.
yeah.
Other authors
Come at
gotta
me,
be
authors.
Quaking in fear.
Try me.
Many people are gonna be crying. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, that is all we have time for today.
Oh,
God,
Thank
it's
you
been
so much,
great.
Annabelle.
Thank you so much. It's been so fun. It's my first podcast IRL. And I want to say to anyone listening, this is great. Authors, if you want to come on, you absolutely should. It's been really good vibes.
Please, yes, please do.
stop,
We'd love to have you.
stop.
Also, can we get a moment of the outfits as well?
Oh,
my goodness.
We're having, this is why you guys should watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
We're all really throwing fits.
We're giving a risky business today, ladies.
Yeah.
We really are.
Corporate espionage.
Yes.
Corporate espionage.
Risky Business is now out both in the US and the UK, so order it online, request it at your local bookshop or library, and lock into a steamy European story of love, deception, and women in STEM. Annabelle, where can people find you?
Oh my God, I'm everywhere at the moment. I'm in promo mode. You can find me on Instagram, I think at Annabelle Slator, Slator with an O, Slator, and on TikTok, Annabelle Slator as well. But I'm sure you'll see me around.
She'll find you.
I'll find you. I will find you.
And we are Baby Got Books Pod on TikTok and Instagram. If you liked this episode, don't forget to tell a friend, tell an enemy, leave us a rating on your favorite podcast platform. Oh yes, so we do a little bias sign out, which you've got to be ready to jump in. So basically we harmonize a little bias.
Okay.
Don't think about it too hard. Crystal, do you want to start us off and we'll go around?
Bye.
Bye.
I love
Nice.